But this time it's only the third time that I'm doing this intro, so welcome to this StarSeries match of SGC versus NEXT.kz. NEXT.kz on the Dire side, SGC on the Radiant side. And we are waiting for all the spectators to load in, and then we are going to go to an all pick phase because the picks and bans were already done. And I'll take you through them after, you know, everybody picked their heroes so we can see who's playing what also and stuff, and who's playing on which lane. And we're going to see, well, we have a Morphling and a Faceless Void as the two hard carries, one for each team. We have a team fight in the form of Tidehunter and an Enigma on the Radiant side, with the Chen ultimate going through because they have that too. And we have team fight on the Dire side in the form of a Sand King, well, and of course Chronosphere. Can't underestimate that one. So definitely Radiant in favor for team fights. And it looks like NEXT.kz I might have forgotten what they had picked. That would be awkward. Nah, that can't be it. That can't be it. They're at least taking their time. But they had a Leshrek and a Sand King, so that combination will be there. They had a Beastmaster also. Let me see everybody picking them up now. And a Venomancer as the support. So only Beastmaster and Leshrek still left. That will give me time to introduce you SGC, who is having his full roster here, and the sixth person of the roster is actually an observer at this match also, so every one of their team is present for this, as Kranich is gonna play the Tidehunter, Offak is gonna play the Shadow Demon, Tulex is gonna play the Morphling with Lesak on the Chen, and last but not least is Warlock on the Enigma, and Prof Headshot is of course in an observer slot, as that is their whole team. And we have a disconnect coming out from a Russian streamer, I believe. Doesn't matter. But yeah, we have Next Please, who is actually lucky playing the Venomancer. 570 will be playing the Sand King for NEXT.kz, Mantis on the Faceless Void, and that means the Leshrek and the Beastmaster will be left for. Oh, there's a Beastmaster played by Equal, so Stalcat will be playing the Leshrek. If he picks it, you know, which he doesn't yet.
Prepare for battle.
Which he still doesn't yet. Oh, there we go. I was a bit curious. So we have probably Sand King and Leshrek on the same lane. That's what I expect anyway. But we do see Sand King going towards the top lane. Never mind. Everybody going towards the top lane. That doesn't mean anything. And speaking of everybody going to the top lane, SGC also going towards the top lane. Not everybody though. We're gonna have a possible trial lane with Chen in the forest for the Dire, on the Dire forest. Maybe with Tulex and Shadow Demon on the top lane. With an Enigma probably in the middle lane then, and a bottom lane left over for the Tide. I'm really curious how the Tide is going to be doing on the solo bottom lane then. But we will see. If this is indeed the lineup that they're going to go for, because they could still switch around some stuff, but this might be the lineup that they want to go for. As NEXT.kz is just scouting their way through the forest in the bandwagon. Then they're gonna try to get the first rune, of course. But the same goes for Tulex and Shadow Demon. Oh fuck. But if the first rune is gonna be top, let's see if it is. If it is, no, it's bottom. As we have some right clicks being exchanged, and yeah, we have an invisibility rune here, so first person that can pick that up is gonna be Equal, as nobody of SGC is even attempting to go for that one. So yeah, we have Warlock in the middle with Honest Enigma. He's gonna be facing a Leshrek on the mid solo lane. We have a Gale going off. Where the hell hear the Gale? There we go. Gale going off. And that's a counter ward. Oh, one last hit. There we go. A bit of misses. And yeah, we have a Tidehunter who's gonna take it up versus the Beastmaster. It's gonna be a really tricky lane for him, but then again, it's both melee, so he won't be harassed that much as he could have. And they might just exchange some right clicks and then both come back off again, as Venomancer is gonna be finding out that Chen is actually in the forest of the Dire. And this is going to make for a very aggressive tri-lane, making sure that Tulux is going to be able to farm on his Morphling, and Mantis, hopefully for SGC, is not going to be able to farm that much on his Faceless Void. And Chen is taking care of the creep wave, pulling back actually. Gale lands in no man's land once again, no more mana left for Gale, no mana potions up on the Venomancer either, so they're going to have to do without the Gale for a moment, as the Morphling got harassed by the tower a bit, but he'll be fine. Then again, there's no combination of Sand King and Leshrac here, so Leshrac is going to be on the middle lane, he's going to be specking his Lightning Storm to make sure he gets those last hits. It's just so easy with those with Lightning Storm to just make sure you get those last hits, and also harass, because it's a lot of ticks. It jumps 4 times at level 1, and it does the same damage for every hit, so very useful indeed. As the last hit battle is gonna continue. I do expect the top lane to be the one where the first blood is gonna happen, even though on this on this bottom lane this might be tricky too, if Cranius is gonna overextend, or if Equal is gonna overextend at some point. But Cranius so far specking into his Anchor Smash, making sure he gets those last hits from that one, and that reduces the attack power from Equal by a lot if he managed to get close enough to hit him with that. But so if it turns seriously, top lane Sand King in some trouble, so we'll go down to the Morphling, even though Shadow Demon took the first blood from the Venomancer. Mantis on his way out as he time-lapse over the trees. Creeps are taking up the tower though. They don't want to go for this. They got 2 kills out of this one, and that's the first blood going towards SGC, and I'm very sorry for missing that, but yeah, that was stupid. That was just stupid. So I already knew that the first blood was gonna happen on the top lane. Anyway, Shadow Demon taking the first blood, and also very important, the kill for Morphling. That's gonna put him in advantage on this lane, even if Mantis was able to farm freely, which he's not. He has 4 last hits and 1 deny, and Morphling on 10 last hits, 11 now, and 4 denies. As Sand King managed to pick up a Wildkin from Chen. Look at that harassment. It's just so hard for Mantis to farm here. He's up versus 3 ranged on his lane, as Chen can be counted as the one on his lane also. And Venomancer, who is now just gonna stack camps. Well, no, it's gonna pull creeps, never mind. It's gonna think that's a weird timing to stack. But he's gonna make sure that there's not gonna be as much creeps going into Tulux's hands right now. But he is also not able, Venomancer not able to harass on the lane either, because, well, he's not there. So it's gonna be 2 melee versus 3 ranged, and that's, well, 2 versus 2 ranged now, but that's very annoying position to be in. As Tidehunter checked for a rune, but it's gonna be a haste rune for Leshrac, as it also is a top rune. And a bottle up on the Tidehunter though. And he has 700 gold still left. He's gonna probably get some boots right now. There we go. Bought boots, buys his shield up also, making sure that he can take a bit more last hits, and that also indicates that he's not gonna spec his Anchor Smash or sorry, his Kraken Shell that much. I mean, he has a shield and Kraken Shell. It's he's gonna make sure that he can spec his Anchor Smash and his Gush probably afterwards, just to make sure that he can stay alive, as Tulux is still happily right-clicking, with Mantis being forced out. He's still on 4 last hits, as Tulux has 24 now, so very good lane for Tulux here. That's gonna see some Shadow Poison spam from Shadow Demon. The mid lane so far been very quiet. Stun lands on the Eidolons, as Eidolons make for some extra gold for Stelkat. If he would have had the mana for extra Lightning Storm, that would have been great. Would have been end of the Eidolons. But he has no mana. He has no bottle yet either. Has 800 gold. Has not bought anything extra yet. Only used 1 tango so far. As we have a dive going on. Uh-oh. Kranich in some trouble. Equal's gonna try to find him. Has got no mana for access anymore. And Kranich trying to juke his way through the forest. They will actually survive doing so. With no mana left. Well, he has a bottle, full bottle now, as the donkey brought him a refill. We're gonna go to the top lane, where it looks like something might be happening. As Shadow Poison going through, Disruption going off on the Sand King. Soul Catcher is there too, some right clicks. And weave form through, and actually he moves. Tulix being out of position, it will be attacked by the tower as soon as the other ranged or melee creeps died, but Sand King will die before that. Shadow Demon taking the last hit of that. As Tulix is on his way out, Soul Catcher up on the Faceless Void, who's backing off, doesn't want to be there anymore, but one kill again for SGC on this top lane. Tulix not getting the last hit, but still getting the experience for it, and keeping his advantage in the lane as he gets sent back by Chen, just to regen up faster, and he can TP back as soon as he is full on HP. As Mattis gets harassed even more by the Shut-Out Poison. Such an annoying spell also to deal with. Gotta always watch out for your positioning, and well, not take it too lightly, even though it's level 1, but yeah. Level 6 up on the Tidehunter, we might see him trying to get a Ravage up on Equal, even though Equal is probably gonna look for a kill right now. He has an Invisibility Rune, he has a Shout, he's level 6 too, and this might be a very tough position for Warlock, but he is staying very safe near the tower right now. Invisibility Rune has run out. Yeah, Warlock being super careful now. There's no trees here, I can't see him though. I'm gonna stay here, even though the top lane might look for some action too, but yeah, Warlock is gonna be safe. Beastmaster backing off after
middle tower is under attack.
well, after not making good use of that invisibility rune, or at least he didn't see an option to go for it, and standing still there for much longer will cost him too much gold and time and experience, so he's just gonna be back and gonna be continuing for his farm right there. As the last hits for the mid lane, Enigma looking on 32 for 33, so a lot of the nice for him, with Leshrac only has 14 for 6, so great job by SGC, at least having control over 2 lanes. Let's check out the bottom lane, how this is going. 34 for the Tidehunter, and Beastmaster actually 32, so these two are very equal right now. See what I did there? Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna check out if this is indeed the case. We have a disruption actually, and a Soul Catcher. Sand King is gonna Sandstorm right afterwards, but there comes the ward. Burst Strike is there, but doesn't matter anymore. Morphling weaving through, and Sentry Ward making sure that they could get that kill as the Gale goes off, but doesn't seem like next please. So that's lucky. He can't really do anything as a solo Venomancer there. And everybody of SGC backing off. Take a quick look at the gold graph, not very surprising, as SGC has been winning 2 of their lanes and the other lane is equal, so yeah, they have a steady gold advantage, and actually up to 4k right now, and that's only farm. Oh, and of course the 4 kills. Must not forget the 4 kills. As we see the Hawk scouting his way through.
Bottom tower
We have a dive going up, and there's a shout on the Warlock. Access will fly through, and this is probably a kill. Even though Black Hole's there, Ravage is there, Equal is gonna drop here. Last hit goes to the Tidehunter, as Leshrac tried to do a Lightning Storm, but doesn't hit the Enigma with that, and is on his way back. What a Black Hole and Ravage used to stop that kill from happening. Don't mess with Enigma. As the Malefice goes off on Leshrac, this might be a bad ending for Leshrac. Also takes a gush, will drop here. Enigma taking another kill here, or at least one. The other one was of course for the Tidehunter, but 2 quick kills here with overextending NEXT.kz, thinking they had a solid kill, but ouch. That was not a pleasant position to be in. Gil not hitting a hero again. And they're gonna, well, Equal rotating to the top lane. They have to take advantage somewhere. The thing that they have to do right now is to get kills. They have to get their advantage on one of the lanes, and they know they can't do it on the bottom lane because that's been even, and actually Tidehunter is no longer there as he's now on the top lane also. But they have to get some kills, they have to win something, they have to get some of the gold advantage back, as there is a disruption and a Soul Catcher on the Sand King once again, but they don't want to go for this right now. TP is gonna come in from Leshrac. All of NEXT.kz's team is here. They want to go for this, they can go for this. They don't have an epicenter because the Sand King is still level 4, and they can't go for this. Everybody of SGC backing off. They don't want to be here. There's still 3 of them, as Tidehunter is backing off again. Doesn't want to be there too. I mean, he doesn't have a Ravage up anymore, as he used that to save the Tide. But yeah, as you see, playing it safe, and NEXT.kz's next target is gonna be Warlock once again. Doesn't have a Black Hole this time, or at least it looks like it's gonna be that target, as the Eidolons get picked off. They might even try to go for a tower, Even if they can't kill a hero, a tower would be best. There's only one level in Edict though, so it won't go that fast, but they need some sort of gold advantage right now. And be that kills, be that towers, it has to be something. As Tidehunter is now free farming on the bottom lane, and this tower is indeed gonna take some damage as Morphling finishes off the Venomance on the top lane, where he was all by himself with no help around him as Mantis was farming the jungle for a bit. And that's the first tower down. It's gonna be a tower trade, it looks like, though, as the mid tower is gonna drop here too. It's almost an Edict up again for the Leshrac, has the mana for it too. I won't even need to use it. Beastmaster takes the last hit, and instant smoke up from NEXT.kz, because they're gonna try to go for the bottom lane, they're gonna try to catch the Tide. Tide, who does have a Ravage again, and there is gonna be TPs, I believe, on SGC's heroes. No TP on Chen though. Well, there is a TP on the Morphling, and Tidehunter doing the good thing, is backing off. Oh, Tidehunter shout going off, he can't do anything anymore, or at least I think he can. He's gonna take a Burrow Strike, double stun, and he's gonna drop here. Sand King taking the last hit, and that's the first kill for NEXT.kz, like the first kill in 12 minutes for them. And it's on a Tidehunter. It's not a Morphling, but it's a good target to have. He's been on it so lane, has been having great farm, and now got shut down for a small period of time, as he is building towards a Vanguard from the looks of it. And in the meantime, Enigma is getting free farm on the mid lane, also killing off a tower. There is a Beastmaster now. Will send us actually through, dealt quite a bit of damage on the Eidolons, but tower is already down, so it's just going to be some harassment being done right now as the boar also takes a fall. And we might see the Faceless Void is in trouble as he gets stunned by the Centaur and will drop here. Chen taking the last hit. As there was a dive from SGC, making sure that it happened. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, Tidehunter kills off the Leshrac and the Venomance, using his Ravage to do so, as 570 is burst striking his way out just to be able to save his life. Gush going down, I don't think they can chase this anymore. They don't want to, they rather take the tower. They're gonna take two towers actually, because this top tower is gonna fall here too, as Enigma buys up his Blink Dagger. And Tidehunter having his hood complete, so no Vanguard for him, as that would not be very wise late game with his Kraken Shell there too, of course. But hood up for the Tidehunter, as Beastmaster finally managed to kill off the Chen. That is 2 kills now for NEXT.kz, but the tower did go down. That's quite a lot of kills in a short period of time. Most of them still going to SGC though, and looks like they want to go for the tier 2 tower here too.
Bottom tower is under attack.
As a Morphling TP to the middle lane to get some extra farm here, has got his Ghost Scepter, is gonna go straight for Ethereal Blade. I believe he has his Ring of Aquila, so it's not all that straight because he also has his Power Threads. But not gonna go for anything else, not gonna go for a Jasha, not gonna go for Ultimate Orb, is gonna go for an Ethereal Blade from the looks of it. He has 1800 gold already, so and has been having free farm. I mean, 13 minutes in. Let's take a quick look at the gold graph. Yeah, 10k advantage on 14 minutes in the game. That's just huge. That's a huge advantage to be in. And with a lot of that gold going on to the Morphling also, is now 76 for 19, and that should be the most farmed hero in the game. As for NEXT.kz, nobody is over 50, and there is 3 heroes of the Radiant over 50 last hits. That's a major difference. So not just the kills making a difference there, kills and towers I have to add, as the towers are now heavily in favor of SGC as well. As they look very convincing in this match. Like I said earlier, during the picks, they have the early game with the Chen, the early game push with the Chen and the Enigma there with the Eidolons too. But they have the late game with the Morphling. And it's gonna be a matter of time if Faceless Void is gonna be able to catch up with his farm. With the farm of the Morphling that is. He does have a Hand of Midas, so will speed up his farm with that. But he's gonna have to find some kills too to make up for the difference that they have now. And his team has to get some kills. Shadow Demon is gonna drop her Sand King taking the last hit. And his team is gonna have to take some towers, I was actually gonna say, rather than kills, even though Shadow Demon just died. So a good kill for them. And yeah, it's gonna have to take some towers to get some of that gold advantage back. He's level 2 now on Edict. As that's very needed. He probably switched his tactic for it, maybe a small bit, just to make sure that they can push those towers very fast. But then again, it's a Leshrac. He is so versatile. It's not a loss or anything if he wants to change tactics or if he wants to change his skill. But it's all very good. It's all has its uses. As Mance is in the jungle, still happily farming. He is 43 for 3, so it's really not doing all that good, but he's only died once so far. And that's well, you can call that a blessing in disguise, I guess. I will be able to farm a bit more freely now that Tulix is well, continuing his farm too, but is not going into the jungle anymore to find out if there's heroes there, as the rest of his team is looking to push more right now, I would expect. Or maybe try to take some team fights. They have the Ravage up again, they have the Black Hole up again. We might see a setup on a kill for Tulix. I'm not sure if there's a... Well, there's a double damage rune. Shout going off there too. We have a Chronosphere. Should it be needed, he probably will be used. There we go. Chronosphere is there. And a great Chronosphere it is. As Equal is still able to attack from the sidelines. Puts himself in the ether, sorry, in the Ghost Scepter. And there's a Rabbit helping out Tulix as it gets a kill that faces Void. And Equal dying too. Died Hunter getting a double kill once again with his Gush. Great defense by SGC's Cranage there. As yeah, Morphling able to get away. 270 HP left. Great use of the Ghost Scepter, able to stay alive versus the attack power of the, well, of the Faceless Void. And 2 heroes not enough to take down a Morphling, even though there was a shout. There was a perfectly landed Chronosphere. It's just yeah, very painful situation to be in. Just like Chen was in a painful situation right now, as he had the combination of the Burrow Strike, Leshrac stun, and wasn't able to do anything with that, as Edict was going through too. And the creeps from Chen actually gonna die now too, even though the Centaur is gonna get away. So at least he managed to keep that one. As Warlock made sure he showed his presence, just to make sure that that Centaur was gonna survive. Shadow Demon getting some extra farm here too. He has not got that much farm. I mean, he is a support after all. So probably looking to go for a Force Staff here. Just to get some extra initiation. I mean, they have a lot of initiation with the Blink Dagger Enigma. So not going for a mech on him, as the mech will probably be built on the Chen. Yes, we have the mech being built on the Chen right now. So Warlock being able to just, well, take well, jump into the fights and start casting his ultimate. Start casting that Black Hole. And you might be thinking, in a team with a Tidehunter and an Enigma, like they want to have the team fights because they can take those, and that's very true. But they also have the advantage right now, and they know that, oh, Enigma Burrow Strike is gonna be there, as there was a Hawk to get vision. Epicenter is gonna help out too. Malefice still, but that's not gonna survive him. Sand King getting the last hit. As Tidehunter is gonna run in, he doesn't have a Ravage right now. His Gush going off on the Beastmaster. But he shouts and he's gonna try to TP out. Will he be able to do so? No, he won't. He's not even getting the last hit, and in the meantime, Leshrac was still being there. Is gonna be able to be TPing out quite safely. Sand King is gonna try to Burst Strike into the forest and gonna try to TP out there. But there's the Soul Catcher. He will be able to TP out safely and is at the fountain regenerating health. As there was no more stun from the Radiant team. Ravage was off cooldown. It probably would have been used if it wasn't. Even if it came off cooldown, just to get the kill on the Sand King. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, SGC has the advantage, they know they have, and they're gonna try to keep that and not force that many team fights. They're gonna take kills if one of them gets attacked. They're gonna defend, of course, because they have that advantage, they can do that. But it seems like they don't really want to force a team fight out of NEXT.kz, because they have the Morphling. Morphling is just able to farm freely. Now has his Ethereal Blade completed at 19 minutes. A great farm for him. And already has 600 gold more, and that's probably gonna be a one-shot at least on the Venomancer, and maybe also on the Sand King or Leshrac. As well, maybe only the Sand King. There's a 3-level difference between Morphling and the Sand King also, so that will make him a bit more squishy, but Venomancer is gonna fall very fast if there's gonna be a shotgun on him. Even though Adaptive Strike is still level 2, so that will make a bit of difference, but still very painful. As a tier 2 tower is being defended by Venomancer quite heavily with his ward. His ward's being level 4 also. Just making sure that those creep waves are gonna get killed off. And it's actually it's one of the best anti-pushers if he has time to place his wards. And he had time because he knew very far from advanced that SGC were looking to push down this tower. As Tulix gets followed up, there's gonna be a Malefice on the Beastmaster. Might see Tulix in some difference though as he gets slowed. There's a black hole only catching the Sand King though, as Sidon just gonna run and do his ravage, but runs into the Chronosphere, catching 4 of SGC's heroes. And there is the ravage. Morphling taking down the Sand King in the meantime, as Tideknot will take down the Venomancer, and Faceless Void getting taken out by the Enigma. Everybody getting a kill. The Shrek is the only one that's gonna be able to stay alive. It's gonna, well, counter push some and probably go back to base afterwards, as a tier 2 tower is gonna drop here from SGC. And that was a great team fight from SGC. Even though the black hole only caught the Sand King, Tidehunter Ravage made sure that team fight was still in their hands, as the team fight for NEXT.kz is just, it basically consists out of the Sand King's Epicenter Burst Strike and the Chronosphere. And the thing about the Chronosphere is that usually, usually there's only one that's able to attack, and that's the Faceless Void. It was, by the way, it was a perfect Chronosphere, catching 4 of SGC's heroes. That's about as good as you want to get. I mean, you want to have 5, of course, but 4 is just great Chronosphere. As they're gonna try to take out Roshan, but NEXT.kz is back to full strength right now. And they have a shout. Might see a shout going off. Well, the disruption is gonna go off on the Beastmaster first. As a shout goes off on the Chen, Morphling picks up the Aegis in the meantime. They want to take this. There goes Lucky going down so fast. Morphling getting a triple kill, also killing off the Sand King. And there's a GG called from NEXT.kz. Equal calling GG, Mantis calling GG, Leshrac still dying. Enigma getting that kill, and that is a victory for SGC as they take a very convincing win versus NEXT.kz, and are gonna go back to base, as everybody or gonna probably push mid lane, actually. As Leshrac is the only one left. Never mind, Leshrac also disconnecting. Everybody of NEXT.kz has disconnected right now, as they did not see a chance anymore to take this fight. With such a steep line already, 15k gold advantage, experience line just as much in advantage. Look at, these are 2 team fights, they give so much experience to your whole team, and that's just, it's very bad situation to be in for NEXT.kz, as well, obviously SGC took the win. And we're just gonna wait until, there we go, Throne explodes, and I will let you watch this screen for a little while longer. Because you want to, I hope. Look at that, Morphling 8 for 0, hasn't died once. It's 21 for 5 in total, so kill difference already says enough. Just a lot more survivability and teamfight on SGC. NEXT.kz not able to deal with that. Losing their top and mid lane fairly early. Well, mid lane was actually quite even for a long time until Beastmaster tried to take a kill on Enigma, but he stopped that with a black hole, and Tideknot coming in with a Ravage also to help out. So that's gonna be it. Oh yeah, you can follow me on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter on Sheaver Gaming. You can check out my website, sheavergaming.com, and you can follow me on Twitch, where you're watching right now at just Sheaver. So twitch.tv/Sheaver. And I'm gonna see if there's